Shalom, shalom, shalom. Call Haloyim La Yahweh, Bashim Mashaw Malakadanaw Yahusha. All praises to the Heavenly Father for His mercy, for His grace, keeping us safe throughout these last days, keeping us in His truth and helping us endure these last days, all our trials and tribulations that all of us brethren been going through, and keeping us in this truth and not fainting, not having a faithful heart. All praise to the Most High, and shalom to the brethren out there enduring, and the Most High willing, you will endure unto the end. Right, brothers and sisters, all brethren, right? Shalom, shalom. As we're seeing in the title, Jacob's trouble is here. All right, Jacob's trouble is here. If you can't tell the signs of the times, I don't know what's going on in your mind. I don't know. You must be a hypocrite. You must be a non-believer. You must be a wicked person. But Jacob's trouble is right here, man. I'm not saying that it start today, tomorrow, but we're seeing the plans, and we're not getting caught unawares by the devil's plans. Excuse me, right? So we're gonna open up with this. Luke 21, let's start at verse 10. Nation shall rise against nation. Well, Asalakia says, then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. And we're seeing nations rising against nations. All right? Israel versus Palestine versus all Islamic countries, really. Ukraine versus Russia. United States with that tariff war, that trade war between United States and Canada and Mexico. Things are happening. Right? And now, more so now, we see so-called Donald Trump is in office. And oh boy, we're going to go through some of these executive orders, and which will show that we are in these last days. And these guys, they come in full force. When they say make America great again, this man is not playing. And this guy, he goes back to what his forefathers did. And we're going to get to it. Let's finish this. Let's keep reading. It says, but before all these, they shall lay their hands on you. Right? They have laid their hands on us, 1492, 1619. And now we're seeing they're about to lay their hands on us again. Right? It says, and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And see, they're going to bring us in front of these synagogues because this is the plan of these Jewish people. And yes, we're going to say it. These ish people, right? These guys, this is their plans, right? Their plans to bring us before these judges and do what? And prosecute us for the name's sake, for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which is upon us. And let's go to James chapter 2 real quick. I'm going to start at verse 5. It says, hearken, my beloved brethren, has not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith? We're the poor of this world, but we are rich in faith, right? We are actually the ones that the Most High God has chosen. He haven't chosen the rich of the world, the powerful of the world. He chose the poor of this world, and we are, right? Even on this aspect, you can tell that we are the chosen ones, regardless of what anybody says, right? He chose us, rich in faith and heirs. And we are the rich in faith because we believe, we searching for the Most High in all avenues, right? So-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, they're the ones you find in church. They're the ones you find always going hard for the Most High, right? Regardless of their situation, right? People might say, okay, Islam or whatever, they have faith unto God, but they're not poor. They're not poor, right? If they were poor, why would the so-called white man make billion-dollar deals with these people all the time? They're not poor, man. Just go to Abu Dhabi, go to Saudi Arabia, go to Qatar, I'm not even gonna say Dubai, but I just said it. Hey, go to all these places, man. Go to Palestine. Go to these places. You'll see how these people live. Are they living poor or are they rich? These people are rich, brother. These people are rich, sister. So they're not the poor of this world. We are. All right, let's keep going. It says, and heirs of the kingdom, which he has promised to them that love him. And that's us. All right, we're going to keep going. It says, but ye have despised the poor. Do not rich men oppress you. How do these rich people oppress us? How? Because who are these rich people? Rich people is the so-called small hats. That's a nickname that people like to say. Small hats, right? These so-called Jewish, well, these Jewish people, man, right? These Donald Trumps, these Edomites, they the ones that oppress us day in and day out. And these Ishmaelites, these Arabs, they oppress us, right? Just go to the stores and they sell you a bunch of nonsense. They sell you dogs and stuff like that. You think you buying chicken over rice, you buying dog over rice, man. You think you buying lamb over rice, you buying goddamn cat over rice. Same goes for Moab, so-called Chinese people. Right? That we are oppressed by these people, man. Right? Do not rich men oppress you and draw you before the judgment seat? This is what's coming to us. These people are drawing us before the judgment seat, and we're gonna go through these guys' executive orders. That is clear as water. And nobody is supposed to deny the facts right now. But we know majority of people will still do it. But we're going to move on, right? We're going to keep reading. It says, do not they blaspheme that worthy name, right? What worthy name? That worthy name by which ye are, it's like it. Where am I at? Do not, right, verse 7. Do not they blaspheme that worthy name by the which ye are called? These guys, they blaspheme the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. This is the last kingdom. This the Most High God has warned us since the times of Daniel. Christ just warned us in Luke 24, Luke 21, Matthew 24, right? All throughout Revelation. These guys, the Most High has warned us about these people, right? These people coming to do what? They blaspheme the name by the which we are called, because we're the real Jews, we're the real Samaritans, we're the real Israelites, we're the real Hebrew. Well, we're the Hebrew Israelites. These people are not. So they blaspheme. They took on that name that they have no business taking it on. And how do they do that? Is by their laws. By their laws. That's how they oppress us. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. Right? We're going to start at verse 1. It says, for the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright. These people are very ungodly, and they reason with themselves, but it's not right. Our life is short and tedious. And in the death of a man, there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. Right? And this is their purpose. This is what they say to themselves. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart. Right? I'm gonna jump down because I want to get straight to the point. Right? Because this is going into something else as well. But Salakia. Right? I'm gonna jump down. All right, verse 6, right? This is the ungodly talking, the wicked talking, how they oppressing the poor, right? It says this, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. These guys said, let us enjoy the good things that are present. These guys said, let's enjoy ourselves, do whatever the hell we want, right? Let me keep going. It says, let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass us by. These guys, that's why you see pedophilia bestiality, all sorts of wickedness. That's why these guys, they indulge in everything. This is their thoughts. They want to indulge in every wick. They don't let nothing pass them by. No flower of the spring pass by us. This is a meaning. This is a saying where they're saying, look, no good thing, no innocent virgins, anything gonna go past us. We're gonna indulge in everything, right? It says, let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered, right? That's why they put these things in order. They steal everything from you, right? We're gonna keep going. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion and our lot is this. This is what they say within themselves. That's why they, everywhere they go, they establish an embassy. They establish something, right? They establish their own democracy. We get into it, man. Their policies, right? They establish their names, their ways. That's why now Haitians are called Haitians. Dominicans are called Dominicans. Puerto Ricans are called Puerto Ricans. African Americans are called African Americans. Ghanaians are called Ghanaians. Because who put those names upon them? The so-called white man. They have imprinted everything upon these people, upon everybody. All right? Because before those names, those modern names, people weren't even calling themselves those modern names. Not even China. China wasn't calling themselves China. Japan wasn't called. And the so-called white men imposed themselves upon the whole earth. All right? It said, now let's read verse 10. It's the point. Let us oppress the poor righteous men. This is what the ungodly does. Those that took your name, that blasphemed by that worthy name by the which ye are called. Right? Let us oppress the poor righteous men. Let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. This is what they do. They oppress you. And boy, oh boy, that oppression is coming. It's coming. Right? It's really coming. Right? It says, let our strength be the law of justice. That's their strength, man. That's what these people do. That's how they conquer the whole earth. Let our strength be the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, we're going to read this and then we're going to go to another precept. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn. This is what they do, man. They waiting for the righteous. Because we are not for their turn. They're dark, we're light. Right? They're nighttime, we're daytime. Right? Right? These people, they are sour, we're sweet, we're flavored. Right? So these people, they know that. This is why all these executive orders are being signed. And we're going to read some of these executive orders. And we're going to skim through them and see exactly what's being prepped for us, man. All right, it says, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary. Clean, meaning we have nothing to do with these people. Right? We're very contrary to these people, right? To our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law. He's the law of this law right here. We upbraiding these people, meaning what? We're holding them in contempt for offending the laws of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because they've changed. And we're going to go to Daniel 7. All right? An objective to our infamy, the transgressions of our education. These people, that's what these people do, man. These people, they wicked like that. And we gotta, that's why they cannot take us being in the truth. They've known that there was, just read the Willie Lynch letter, right? They've known that there would be a, how do they put it in the Willie Lynch letter? A phenomenon, a powerful phenomenon that will come and wake the lost sheep of the house of Israel back up. And that strange phenomenon has been happening. This is why they moved the clock closer to midnight right now. 89 seconds to midnight, the closest it's ever been. Because they seeing that these things are coming to pass. And that's why these executive orders are being put forth. But before we go to these executive orders, let's go to Daniel chapter 7. Right? Because this is the job of who? The last king. The last kingdom to rule the earth. Right? Actually, I'm going to start at verse 23. Right? Right? It says, thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom. A lot of Christians and Islam like to say things, beast, this, that, and third. It's talking about Satan, or no, it's talking about people. Right? The kingdom, the last kingdom that will rule. The fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms. Right? We've had the Egyptians rule. We have had the Babylonians rule. We've had the Persian and Medes rule. We've had the Greeks ruled, and we are in the Roman ruling. And we're gonna go read even in their laws that's passing today. These people are still naming Rome because we're still under Rome. Rome is still ruling, right? Right. We're gonna keep going, and we're gonna keep going. Right. It says, the fourth kingdom upon the earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces. And the 10 horns, right? The 10 horns is talking about the EU, man. United, these nations, these European nations that first when Rome was first broken off, right? Great Britain to France, Russia, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, Italy, so on and so forth. I'm missing like 3. I can't really think them on top of my head right now. I know I'm missing some, but it's the First Nations that were once Rome. Right, Luxembourg is one of them. Right, I can't. Most I wouldn't. Everything else will come to me. But yeah, First Nations that were broken off once, not broken off, but created once Rome fell. Right. So now we got Rome 2.0. Now we got many more of these so-called European nations, these 10 horns, who created subdivisions, sub-countries after them. Just like Yugoslavia became Croatia, Bosnia, so on and so forth. And then other, I believe, no, not Serbia. Yeah, Serbia or whatnot. But that's the same way these guys, they always breaking off from one another. Not really breaking off, but separating to a certain extent from one another. That's how you got so many European nations right now. But at first it was about 10. It was the 10 horns, right? It says, and the 10 horns out of this kingdom and 10 kings. See, it's not talking about Satan, man. 10 kings shall rise, and another shall rise after them. And he shall be diverse from the first, and he shall subdue 3 kings. This other one, that's America. This the last horn, the small horn, that last kingdom that rose up in these last days. And that's the one that everybody have to that's the one that's really going through going to do the real damage, right? That's Babylon the Great, right? I'm gonna jump down to verse 25. It says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Get ready to be worn out. We've been worn out, but get ready to really truly been worn out, because these guys they signing executive orders, man. Right? It says, wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given into his hand until a time and times, and the dividing of times. So the Most High God said this. He has given us into their hands right now. Right? Because why? because it's the time of Jacob's trouble. We're going to go back to Daniel chapter 8, though, but let's go to right here. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. This is the time of Jacob's trouble, right? But the Most High God gonna deliver us out of the time out of these hardships that's coming, and these hardships are being signed. Last precept, before we go into these executive orders. All right, let's go back to Daniel. Daniel chapter 8. We're gonna go straight to the point. Right? Actually, we're gonna start at 24. It says, and his power shall be mighty, but not by his own power, and he shall destroy wonderfully, and shall prosper in practice, and shall destroy the mighty and the holy people. We are the mighty and holy people that these people are getting ready to destroy. And since the times of Alexander the Great, these guys been destroying the mighty and holy people. Right? The Greeks, the first ones that not first ones, but they are the first Edomites, I'll say, to put us into subjection. Right? From the Greek captivity to the Roman captivity, and now we're still in Rome 2.0. That's that feat in that vision, the vision, the statue vision that Nebuchadnezzar had, the feat with clay and iron, right? But I digress, right? So, because this is Rome 2.0, it was broken but not really broken, and or whatnot. But let's go. Let's keep reading. It says, and through his policy. You wonder why why white people, I'll say, man, so-called white people, they're always trying to impose their democracy upon every people that they go. We just read it in Wisdom of Solomon in the 2nd chapter. Everywhere they go, they got to lay their laws. They got to put their mark upon every place. And that's their policies, man. Right? And let's read this. And through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. Because these people, they doing witchcraft. Right? Their craft is witchful, man. So, and these guys, they oppressing the poor. Everywhere we go, they're oppressing the Hebrew Israelites. We're the bottom of every society, man. You go to China, they're going to look down upon you. You go to anywhere, they're going to look down upon you. Everybody think they're going to be astonished and say, man, these people this, people that. Right? So, and that's because of the policies that the so-called white man has imposed upon the whole earth. That's why now you see all their tariffs and things like that. You don't do what I tell you to do, I'm going to put sanctions and tariffs upon you. Right? You still don't do what hey, look, man, I'm going to come and destabilize your country because I need your country anyways. I need everything. You can't seem to manage it. Look at what they doing. They're about to do to Panama. Look at what they about to do to Panama. Now they got the U.S. Army getting ready to go to war with Panama. And Panama is Israelites. It's the Israelites down there. Right? Now Panama is mobilizing to go against America right now, literally. And right now, America is mobilizing to go against Panama as well, to fight over that canal. Look into it, man. So that's why these guys, it says, shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. How do you destroy people by having peace with them? Ask yourself that. The scripture says, by peace, these last kingdoms gonna destroy many. Ask yourself that. That's because these guys are deceiving people. Remember, it says craft. He gonna cause his craft to prosper, right? He gonna pretend to have peace with you, pretend to be in a friendly with you, but yet he gonna stab you in the back. Never trust your enemy, man. It says, he shall stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Because again, in these last days, We know the Most High God says he gonna save the Hebrew Israelites, and these people, they gonna get theirs. He's just waiting for their sins to reach unto heaven. Read Revelation 18. Right? He's waiting for their sins to reach unto heaven. And with that being said, let's go into some of these things, man. Some of these policies that these people are passing, right? Some of these policies, man. Let's start with this right here. Well, let's start with this right here. This is Eric Trump, a tweet that he deleted after he tweeted it, right? He tweeted this January 26th, 6 days after his pops came into the office, man. This is what he says to the world, right? Any and all who dare to defy the American golden age, heed this warning. You will lose. Toe the line and we will run you down. The gloves are off and we're not playing around this time. For now, it's tariffs, but trust me, we can and will do so much worse. Signed, Eric Trump. Right? So these guys, the gloves are off. That's his words, not mine. The gloves are off. These people, they come in full flesh demon time, real demon time, and we're seeing it. We are seeing it. And if you cannot tell the signs of the time right now, you are bugging. You are bugging. Because these guys, they know that they have to come this way to attack us. They have to. They not coming. They got to cause their craft to prosper. That's how they conquer the whole earth. That's how these people, they conquer the whole earth, man. Let's go right here. Trump will deport everyone who is against the Jewish supremacy in the United States. Trump set to sign order instructing federal agencies to combat anti-Semitism, which may include deporting anti-Jewish activists. Now, who are the people who are really anti-Semitism? So-called anti-Semitism. Who are the people who are speaking against these Jewish people and calling these people the goddamn devils and whatnot? It's us, man. It's the so-called blacks and Hispanics, the real Israelites. We're the ones who are actively calling these people out. Right? He said he's going to come after any people who are activists. We're the only ones who are actively calling these people out. And might I say, it's not only us in the truth, but it's people outside the truth too. Brothers and sisters that's not in the truth as well, man. Just look at Kanye West. Yeah, West. Look, my man be going into rents all the time. This man lost so-called billions of dollars because of these things. Not to say he's in the truth, but because our people got to understand, it's not just Hebrew Israelites who are in the truth, who know who they are, but it's Hebrew Israelites, period. So-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, period. That's who they coming for. That's who these people always come for. We've seen Melinda Gates talking about vaccines won't work unless the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, she, whatever that person is, said those three names, those three so-called names, I say. Right? They always say, and Biden said it, Trump said it during that time too. So-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans nothing will work unless these people get involved. So these people, they always have some plan, some type of plan for us, as if we put them in charge of us. We didn't. But these people, they coming for us, man. Right? Let's go back to the scripts real quick. And we got to understand, it's not just us in the truth. That's what our people don't understand. And that's why the coons and the people who think that they safe, You're not safe, man. You are not safe. Let's get this. 1 Peter 4:17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. We are the house of the Most High. Whether you believe it or not, the truth is not subjective, but it's absolute. It doesn't matter what anyone believes. Your belief doesn't matter. It's what it is, right? For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? If the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Our people don't understand that. Us, we say we're the hopeful elect. We say Most High willing all the time. We make it because we know that the Most High God, everything hasn't been set yet, and the righteous will scarcely be saved. So you got to understand that, man, and come to, and understand that it's not about what you believe. It's not about you this, that, and the third. It's about the truth. And the righteous will scarcely be saved. The ungodly and sinner, they cannot even appear in these last days because they're going to get got. They're food. All right? Let's go real quick. And then we're going to go back to these executive orders. Right? Esther chapter 4 and 13. Straight to the point. Then this is when Haman had set a decree to do what? To destroy all the Jews, right? To destroy all the Jews. Let me see. Because these guys, they always. Right. Okay, there you go. I'll start right here, actually. Esther 4 and 7. It says, and Mordecai told him of all that had happened unto him, and of the sum of the money that Haman had proposed to pay to the king's treasury for the Jews to destroy them. That's what these people, and then this talking about us. When it says the Jews, it's talking about us, the so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. It's us. The Hebrew Israelites, back in those days, this under the President Medes, Artaxerxes was a king, the ruler at that time. So this talking about us right here, man. And these people, they always try to do these things to try to destroy us. And Haman is the Edomite, the so-called white man too, right? Verse 8, it says, also he gave him the copy of the writing of the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them, to show it unto Esther, and to declare it unto her, and to charge her that she should go in unto the king to make supplication unto him, and to make request before him for her people. The decree, right? A decree was set. These guys, they always, it's by their policies. By their policies, they cause their craft to prosper, to destroy us, right? I'm going to jump down to 13 for all my coons out there. Verse 13, it says, and Mordecai commended to answer Esther, think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place, but thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Don't think that you're going to escape these executive orders talking about, oh, I'm an American citizen. I was born here. I know my parents is this, that, and third. Or, oh, I'm an American citizen. I'm African American. I was born and raised there. I'm from down south. We came with slaves, this, that, and third. We don't have no connection to the Caribbeans or anything like that. You know, we came here from a boat. We gonna read these executive orders and we gonna address these things. Because these things, they coming for you too. Because now, let's go to the executive orders. Let's go to this real quick. Because you say you're an American citizen. Let's read. You ever heard of the 13th Amendment? Let's read this real quick. The constitutional amendment that is often interpreted as allowing for prisoner slavery is the 13th Amendment. It states that neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States. Meaning that while slavery is abolished, forced labor can be used as punishment for a crime which is implied to prisoners in the United States. So the 13th Amendment gives the so-called white man, remember they say their strength is the law of justice. Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. So the 13th Amendment shows you that these people, they reserve themselves a right to enslave you even in so-called 2025. That's why to this day, prisoners are slaves, man. They making license plates, they making this, they making that, they cleaning the streets. They doing whatever it is with no pay. Little to no, when I say it's no pay. 10 cents a day is not a pay, man. You can't even buy bread with that. Right? With no pay. So these guys, you say, oh, I'm an American citizen, I can't be deported. Now let's read this. I'm African American. Let's read this. These people, that's how they cause their craft to prosper. The Bible doesn't lie. It is how you could tell who your enemies are, man. Right? It says right here, again, Trump will deport everyone, right, who is against the Jewish supremacy in the United States. Trump set to sign order instructing federal agencies to combat anti-Semitism, which may include deporting anti-Jewish activists. Now, where he gonna deport people to? Right? Let's read this. Actually, let's read this. Right? Because you say, oh, you got the your American citizen, or even these guys. Let's kick them out. Oh, these guys are giving $1,000 per immigrants. Let's snitch on our brethren, Venezuelans, and whatever it may have. Look, man, they're gonna come for you too, because let's read this, right? It's the website right here, democracydocket.com, right? Trump freezes Department of Justice Civil Rights Division, January 24th, 2025. Right, this thing was released by so-called Matt Cohen. Right, this is what it says. Right, it says, I'm gonna read the first and the third paragraph. I'm gonna read the first one first. It says, the U.S. Department of Justice ordered its Civil Rights Division to halt a majority of its functions, including a freeze on pursuing new cases, indictments, or settlements, according to reporting from the Washington Post. Now, they're not taking no new cases, and they freezing any settlements, any indictments that's presently right now. So if you might say, oh, okay, what does that have to do with us? Do you know what the Civil Rights Division do? Let's see what it does. Jump to the third. Let's jump to the third. Right here. Let's jump right here. Let's read this. Right? The DOJ's Civil Rights Division is primarily tasked with enforcing laws prohibiting discrimination. This is what Trump just suspended. Meaning what? Let's keep going in, and we're gonna critical think. All right? From this right, it says enforcing law prohibiting discrimination, from disability rights to housing, immigrant and civil rights. Immigrant and civil rights. But it's also the branch of the DOJ's task with enforcing voting and and election law. So this man, this is what the DOJ Civil Rights Division, they enforce laws prohibiting discrimination. That means, and we just read how housing. This is how we see Trump says, look, public housing is not supposed to be a forever thing. Now you got till 2026 to figure something out because you guys gonna get kicked out. This is why he's able to do that. Because this is why the first thing he did what? Suspended and froze. There's no new cases. This is why people are being deported left and right, because that's a crime against humanity. That's a crime against the rights of people. So he's check boxing everything until so that every this thing is having me speechless. I'm just like, yo, if you can't see what's happening, I don't know, man. You're a hypocrite. This guy is literally suspending your ability to defend yourself according to the law before he does what he's about to do. Before he goes full-fledged on you. Remember, Eric Trump says the gloves are off. They're coming full-fledged on you, brother, sister. You don't believe it? Guess what? It doesn't matter, right? You gonna get got, right? It says this, right? So there's no new case, and now people that say, okay, again, I'm African American. Look, it says Civil Rights Division. Do you know this is how this thing right here? This is how people like the what's his name? George Floyd, all these killings, police brutalities and all that stuff. This is the division. This is under what law? Under precedent law that they're able to convict these officers. This is under what law they're able to convict. Now Trump just suspended that law. So now cops can do whatever they want to you. Now, not only cops. Now, this is, again, also Civil Rights Division. This is under what law? The laws that you are able to sue your boss for racism and all that stuff. Look, man, it has been suspended. All these things. Now, this is about to be the Wild Wild West. Let's go to the scripts real quick, man. Let's go to the scripts real quick. Cause you got to understand these things, and not and you got to see what's happening before your eyes, man. Let's go to First Maccabees chapter 8. We're gonna start at 1 and jump down. First Maccabees chapter 8 and 1. It says, now Judas had heard of the fame of the Romans. This is how the Romans work, right? That they were mighty and valiant men, and such as would lovingly accept all that join themselves unto them, and make a league of enmity with all that came unto them. Remember, that's what they want. They want you to join unto them, but that's how with peace, that's how they destroy you. Let's jump down to verse 4, because let's read about the Romans' policies. It says, and that by their policy and patience, they had conquered all the place, though it were very far from them. And the kings also that came against them from the uttermost parts of the earth, till they had discomfited them and given them a great overthrow, so that the rest did give them tribute every year. That's what they want. They want you to pay them taxes, to pay them all your labors, do free labor for them, and all that stuff. Become a slave, man. That's what they want you to do. They want the whole earth to become slave unto them. So you got to understand these things, man. And if you don't understand, if you don't see the craftiness that thare putting forth, you are being blinded, man. You are blinding, and you're being what they call it, a sucker. You're being a sucker, man. Because these people, they cause craftiness because by their policy and patience, and they are very patient. This is why these executive orders are being passed. They've been, and that would been the plan. That's been the plan since the get-go, right? To destroy the Hebrew Israelites. And now so-called 2025, because they see chariots are coming, because they know the time is running short, 89 seconds till midnight. So therefore, they gotta sign those executive orders with no hesitation. With no hesitation. So again, man, our people gotta understand these things, the times that we're living in. So-called blacks and Hispanics, you think you're gonna be saved because you're here in America. You think you're gonna be saved because you're a billionaire. You see what's his name? Ye West. Ye is doing all these things against the so-called Jewish people. Guess what? The executive orders are these things are they will get these things are considered, Salakia, are being considered to be capital punishments. Cause what? Trump just said he's gonna deport everybody. And now not only deport, where is it going to deport people at? Let's go to this. What's going on? Why they say don't want to play? It don't matter. Esau could try to do his thing. We got tricks.
Also signing an executive order to instruct the Departments of Defense and Homeland Security to begin preparing the 30,000-person migrant facility at Guantanamo Bay. Most people don't even know about it. Right. We have 30,000 beds in Guantanamo to detain the worst criminal illegal aliens threatening the American people. Some of them are so bad we don't even trust the countries to hold them because we don't want them coming back. So we're going to
see that out of the mouth of the damn lion himself, right? Out of the mouth of the goddamn devil himself. They about to deport. You gonna get deported. A so-called black man say, oh, like, yeah, West say, oh, where you gonna send me? Back to Africa? Where in Africa? He could go on his rent. Guess what? They gonna put your ass in Guantanamo Bay, man. And not only there, these people got jail. They've been building FEMA's
transport prisoners to concentration camps all over the region. A one-way in, no way out scenario. That's why many around America began to raise awareness when more and more three-story freight cars were appearing on railroad tracks. Now, many in the train industry and many who are unfamiliar with it would say that there is nothing suspicious about these freight cars whatsoever. There are freight cars today and in the past that transport motor vehicles all over the country. Sure, they converted the usual two-story freight car to three-story freight cars in this particular example, but most people today would look at that as productive. What caught the attention of investigators and researchers is the fact that the trains, like the one you are about to see here, have been modified over the recent years. Some now have windows, and anyone will tell you that cars and trucks don't need windows for light, or for air, or for scenic views, for anything.
Why they got a train that's got 3 levels with little windows in it? Huh? FEMA trains, people, right here in our own city.
So, you gotta understand these people's in their laws, man. You gotta understand how these people, they function. You gotta understand these people's craftiness. These guys, they are ready to raise war, raise hell against the righteous. Right? Because they want the earth for themselves. But the Most High never gave them the earth. But they want the earth for themselves. The Most High created the earth for whose sake? For our sake. That's why we're the best creation, and we created everything. Right? America, it goes deep. It goes deep. Before the first Great Reset, if you know what I'm talking about, when we built this whole place, America had buildings already, man. Europe had buildings already. Built by who? Yours truly. So-called blacks and Hispanics, Hebrew Israelites. We had crazy technology already. But we got too comfortable to the point where we forgot the Most High, so the Most High sent these devils against us. But nonetheless, these devils gonna get gonna get punished, because when our punishment was done, these people, they kept going, and they trying to take the kingdom. But guess what? It's not gonna happen. But all of it is prophecies that Yahweh Shai had already said. So we gotta understand these things in these last days, man. They're coming for you too. Let's go to some of these executive orders. Let's go right here. Right? Let's go to this right here. You could go to whitehouse.gov and you could search these executive orders by these people, by this guy, imposing sanctions on the International Criminal Court. Again, he's setting the table first. He suspended the DOJ's Civil Rights Division. Now he put sanctions on this, because what does the criminal court do? What's their purpose for sanctions? What's their purpose? Apparently, the International Criminal Court, right, ICC, purpose is to investigate and prosecute individuals accused of the most serious crimes. The ICC's goals is to hold people accountable for their crimes and prevent them from happening again. Right? What the ICC does? Investigates and tries individuals accused of genocide, war crimes, crimes against humanity, and the crime of aggression. Works to end impunity, complements national courts rather than replacing them. Right? And how the ICC operates, governed by the Rome Statute and international treaty. Right? So this man right here, he has put a sanction to suspend their authority upon in America. Because at the end of the day, right, the Most High God always have things in place to protect his people, for us not to get eradicated, right, throughout the earth. Right, just like we gain independence, civil rights and all that stuff. That's the Most High God playing, implanting a safety net for our people. But now that safety net, the Most High God is removing it through the hands of these devils, so-called white men. Their safety net that we usually have is being removed. Right? On an official level. And it's being exposed to us for us to know what to do. Right? Because the ICC, what do? They investigate and tries the individuals accused of genocide, war crimes, crimes against humanity. And the way this man is about to deport and is deporting people and mistreating people, these are wars, these are Salakia, crimes against humanity. These are war crimes, genocide. And the way these people, they injecting people with nonsense, these are war crimes, biological warfare. These people, they've been doing these things. And they attempted to commit genocide. And it's coming. So Trump has suspended these people's, right? These people's power, ability to keep them in check. Let me see. Where is it? Is it this? Khan. Right? This is it right. I'm going to start at the top. By the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America, including the International Emergency Economy Powers Acts, such as such. Right? He's naming all the codes that give him the power, so-called power. He says, I, Donald J. Trump, right? That's a straw man, because all caps. But anyways, if you know, you know. President, Cause you gotta know the way these people move, man. You gotta know their laws. Their trickeries, I should say, their craftiness. But anyways, President of the United States of America find that the International Criminal Court, ICC, as established by the Rome Statute. Again, we're still under Rome. We are still under Rome. By their crafted, how do they prosper? How do they conquer the whole earth? By their policies and patience. First Maccabees 8 and 4 on there. Right? They got their Senate house in First Maccabees 8. They tell you they got their Senate house and all that. Listen, man, the scriptures never lie. Right? Let's go. Let's keep going. It says, by the Rome statute has engaged in illegitimate and baseless action. That's that little horn in Daniel 7. Talking about that little horn in Daniel chapter 7. And even in a Revelation, that little beast, that other beast that came out. Look, this is, and also Second Esdras, the 11th and 12th chapter. Right? So this is America, right? Babylon the Great, that great whore, right? Trying to break free from the order of the Romans. This is why in Revelation 17, they're going to hate the whore and bomb it. Look, everything is being set. You just got to see what's happening, right? Let's keep going, though, right? It says, has engaged in illegitimate and baseless actions targeting America and our close ally, Israel. The ICC has, without a legitimate basis, asserted jurisdiction over an open preliminary investigations concerning personnel of the United States and certain of its allies, including Israel, and has further abused its power by ensuring baseless arrest warrants targeting Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and former Minister of Defense Yoav Gallant. The ICC has no jurisdiction over the United States or Israel, as neither country is part of the Rome Statute or a member of the ICC. So this guy, now all of a sudden, so if you never recognize their jurisdiction, why put an executive order in? If they never had no power over America or Israel or anywhere, why put an executive order in? Huh? That's because, they're playing the game. So this guy he just suspended as well the any type of, he just gave himself immunity from anything that he's about to do, from the DOJ being suspended, now from sanctioning the ICC and all that. So look, this guy is about to persecute anyone he wants. You don't conform to his ways, you're gonna get got. That's what this thing is about, man. Jacob's trouble is right at our feet, man. Right at our feet. Let's go to the Second Maccabees real quick again. Well, Second Maccabees this time. Chapter 13. They have to do these things, right? This is Second Maccabees 13 and verse 18. It says, now when the king had taken the taste of the manliness of the Jews, he went about to take holds by policy. That's how these people, they want to take you down. By their policy. Right? From the Greeks to the Romans to Rome 2.0 to that little horn, that little beast, that fourth amongst the fourth kingdom, America, Babylon the Great. They got to take you down by their policies. Right? Let's go right here real quick. Right? This is the Greeks, right, against the Israelites. Nevertheless, Nicanor, hearing of the manliness of them that were with Judas and the courageousness that they had to fight for their country, durst not try the matter by the sword. Right? So he did what? Wherefore he sent Poseidonius and Theodotus and Mattathias to make peace. You see that? That's what these people, they always do, right? And now it says, so when they had taken long advisement thereupon, and the captain had made the multitude acquainted therewith, and it appeared that they were all of one mind, they consented to the covenants. And what happened after that? These guys, they got destroyed after that, man. Right after these guys, once they finished doing their thing, these guys, they went and did what? They went and destroyed the Israelites. Because again, it's by their policies that these guys, they always do these things, man. They always go and violate the Hebrew Israelites by their policies, man. So you got to understand that. Ain't nothing changed, ain't nothing new under the sun. These guys, they always come through to violate you with their policies. Let's read some of their policies again. Because again, people are saying that, look, man. Death penalty is coming back. Death penalty and protecting public safety. These guys, they bringing back the capital punishment. We're going to read the first section real quick. Purpose. Capital punishment is an essential tool. It's an essential tool for these people for deterring and punishing those who would commit the most heinous crimes and acts of lethal violence against American citizens before, during, and after the founding of the United States. Our cities and states and country have continuously relied upon capital punishments as the ultimate deterrent and only proper punishment for the vilest crimes. Our founders knew well, see that this make America great again, right? Our founders knew well that only capital punishment can bring justice and restore order in response to such evil. For this and other reasons, capital punishment continues to enjoy broad popular support. So they bringing it back, man. Capital punishment to do what? To destroy our people. To show you that, look, man, we bringing the capital punishment back. Where this is the ICC one. Where are we at with this? Okay, this is about the capital punishment, right? No. Is this it? Oh no. This is okay. We're gonna get to that too. Right. This is it right here. Right. This is it right here. A capital crime committed by an alien illegally present in this country. And people that say, oh, that's talking about illegal aliens. It says by an alien illegally present. You got to pay attention to their wording. And also, even if you say, oh, that's talking about I just read about the 13th Amendment. Once you're in jail, you're in prison. This is what these people you're a slave. You have no rights. You have zero rights. Once you're in prison, man, zero rights. You're a slave, right? And now it says the Attorney General shall encourage state attorneys general, and district attorneys to bring state capital charges for all capital crimes, with special attention to the crime described in subsection 1 and 2, regardless of whether the federal trial results in a capital sentence. Do you hear that? Regardless if it's a capital sentence. So this is what these people are getting ready to do. What? Revelation, man. Revelation for the word of the Most High. Let's go to Revelation chapter 6, man. The scripts is coming to pass, brothers and sisters. Revelation chapter 6 and verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth and of hair, and the moon became as blood, and the stars of heaven fell upon the earth, even as fig tree casteth her untimely figs. When oh, Salaki, not the sixth. Yeah, that was a sixth seal. Salaki. I gotta jump up. Right? Verse 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw the altar of the souls of them that were slain for the word of God and for the testimony which they held. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou not judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? It's not talking about Satan, man. It's talking about people who are doing capital punishment on the chosen people of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Right? And white robes were given unto them, unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servant also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. So these things, that's what's happening right here, man. These guys, they get ready to do that capital punishment because we are the chosen. Actually, let's go back real quick. Jeremiah chapter 2. All right. No, chapter 3, Salaki. Chapter 3 and verse 2. Wait, 3? No, chapter 2, verse 3. Khan. Israel was holiness unto the Most High, and the first fruit of his increase. All that devour him shall offend, evil shall come upon them, saith the Lord. So these guys, they offending greatly the Most High, because we are the holiness of the Most High. That's why in Revelation it says, hey, they saying, look, when are you going to avenge us? And people are saying, look, man, we're going to avenge. I mean, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua says, look, you're going to get avenged when that time comes, because that time is only going to come when it's all fulfilled. The amount of people that needs to be killed will happen. It has to happen. It has to happen. So our people got to understand that these things, they're not going to happen as if yet. They're not going to happen. Salakia. The people, they got to say, hey, the judgment of the Most High isn't going to happen until that fifth seal is broken. And that fifth seal is damn near broken. It's damn near getting ready to be broken, to be popped. Right? The table is being set, and these people are getting ready to persecute the people. Right? What is this? This is the letter of the attorney general. Right? Which one do I want to read? I'm not gonna read all of it. I'm gonna read right here. I'm gonna start right here. Right? I'm gonna start right here. This shameful era ends today. Going forward, the Department of Justice will once again act as the law demands, including by seeking death sentences in appropriate cases and swiftly implementing those sentences in accordance with the law. Consistent with this principle and President Trump's Executive Order 14164, entitled Restoring the Death Penalty and Protecting Public Safety, I am ordering the following actions effective immediately. Effective immediately. Now again, they set the table. DOJ cannot prosecute them, right? Under the Civil Rights Division. ICC cannot prosecute them. And they say, look, you speaking against the Jewish people, you do a capital crime, you do a crime, you get arrested, and you get convicted. Look, man, you are about to become what? A slave, and I can decide to cut your head off. Because we know these people, they've been building all these things for years, building all these FEMA camps, concentration camps for years. And also, these people, they got all these guillotines we know about them guillotines since Obama was in office. And all these people, they in bed together, man. All these people. It's one agenda. It's to kill the Hebrew Israelites, man. Right? We're almost there. We're almost done, and we're going to wind down. Let's watch this video.
I'm a bounty hunter by trade. I've been introduced by my agency, I'm from Seattle. Tacoma called me and told me that as the waves go through, this is the first wave. The second and third is when they're going to hire us. The ICE is going to hire us bounty hunters, and they're going to be giving $1,500 to $1,000 per legal. How are you going to stop us from coming through? Because we don't have to worry about warrants. We don't really have to follow too many of the laws. And if we're going to be...
Do y'all hear that? They don't got to worry about warrants. This guy is about to send not only police officers, but they going full-fledged, man. Right? Not only police officers, not only the army, not only what they call it, not only the hired army from UNICEF and whatnot, right? United Nations army and whatnot. But these people, they're gonna hire so-called civilians as bounty hunters. Again, making America great again, right? As their forefathers did it. We see Donald Trump himself said, look, we got to go on the basis of our forefathers. Capital punishment and all that. Look, part of capital punishment is what? Sending these bounty hunters. Negroes wanted. Latinos wanted. Native American wanted. Look, man, these people are coming full-fledged on us, right? Full-fledged. Now, let's go to, there's more to this video, but we don't gotta go too much on it. This is in Mississippi, right? This is the House Bill 1484, right? It says, an act to create the Mississippi illegal. It always say illegal alien. Don't think you're not an illegal alien. You're a convicted felon. Don't think that you're not an illegal alien. You have a felony on your record. Don't think that you're not an illegal alien. You're not considered a person. That's why you can't vote. That's why you can't do certain things. You have no rights to do certain things. If you look, you don't have to necessarily be in jail only, brother. You could be walking the street, but you did your time. Guess what? They could still come and knock down on your doors and take you out and put you in Guantanamo Bay or wherever the other facility that they have all over the earth, right? Or even in the Americas, over here in America. So brothers and sisters gotta get ready and understand these things, right? But I'm gonna read this, right? It says illegal alien certified bounty hunter program to provide definition to authorize bail bond, right? So on and so forth. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. Now, what do I want? Right now. Now, right here, I'll start right here. Illegal alien means a person who is not lawfully present in the United States as defined and described under 8 USC section 1101, so on and so forth, right? As amended, right? As part of the amendments, right? It says life imprisonment means imprisonment for the duration of a person's natural life. That's what they coming for. Now, let's jump down over it. Actually, I think I got it over here. Jump down to section 3 right here. Section 3 right here. It says the offense of trespass by an illegal alien under this section is a felony for which the authorized term, right? The authorized term of imprisonment is life imprisonment without without being eligible, I'll say that, for probation, parole, conditional release, or release except by act of the governor or the natural death of such person. They're planning to have people in jail forever. Your ass is not coming out. You're going to be a slave for the rest of your life. And if you're not a good slave, you're going to get the chopping block. They're going to chop your head off. That's what they plan on doing. These guys, they have craftiness ready to be played. They're hiring civilians. They're hiring UNICEF. they have the police officers. They give them all immunity. They look, man. This is the beginning of Jacob's trouble. You don't understand that? You're gonna get got. You're about to get got. Because these guys, they're not playing around. The Most High has revealed these people to us. And then now we cannot say, oh, it is what it is, or it's not so, it's not this. Let's go back to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. All right? Go back to Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. Start at verse 12 this time. It says, therefore let us lie in wait for the righteous, because he is not for our turn, and he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraideth us with our offending the law, and objecteth to our infamy the transgressings of our education. He professeth to have the knowledge of the Most High, and he calleth himself the child of the Most High. He was made to reprove our thoughts. He is grievous unto us, even to behold, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. We are esteemed of him as counterfeits. And they are counterfeits, man. Fake Jews and all that. He abstaineth from our ways as from filthiness. He pronounceth the end of the just to be blessed, and maketh his boast that the Most High is his father. Let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen in the end of him. This is what they getting ready to do. This is what these people, they do. This is what they say, man. Verse 18, for if the just man be the son of the Most High, he will help him and deliver him from the hand of his enemies. This is why these guys are getting ready to kill us off. But because they think, look, if the Most High really gonna come and save them, he gonna come and save them. But we gonna kill these niggas, man. This is what they saying. Right? It says, let us examine him with despitefulness and torture, that we may know his meekness and prove his patience. Let us condemn him with a shameful death, for by his own saying he shall be respected. Such things they did imagine and were deceived, for their own wickedness has blinded them. As for the mysteries of the Most High, they knew them not, neither hoped they for the wages of righteousness, nor discerned a reward for blameless souls. All right? So these guys, they get ready to violate us, because these guys, they stupid. They don't understand what's going on. They don't understand the scripts. And the Most High God has predicted and told us all these things coming to pass, but we shall be delivered in the end. And these people, they're going to get destroyed because of their wickedness and how they oppressing our people. Now, I'm going to close with this, the classic, Romans 13:11. And that, knowing the time, that it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is forespent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering and wantonness, not in strife and envying, but put on the Lord Yahushua Messiah, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof. And with that, Mosiah willing, this was edifying. Mosiah willing, brethren are taking heed and watching themselves and keeping the faith, and understand we are almost out of here. The time is at hand. High time to awake out of sleep. High time to purge ourselves and keep the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And because the judgment is coming upon the earth, and the judgment will start at the house of the Most High. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we are the house of the Most High. We are the Hebrew Israelites, and we're going to get it first, and then the rest of the heathens going to get it, because they're going to turn on themselves regardless. And with that, Shalom.